Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode number 41. The show where we bring Android apps to the table. And we see what you guys think about our apps. We see what each other thinks about our apps. And we just have a big, happy family app discussion. That's how we do it here. Let me introduce the co-host, and I'll show you who I mean when I say we. First, let me remove this pre-show logo from the video. And then I'll introduce the door-to-door geek, Steve McLaughlin from doortodoorgeek.com. What's up, Door?
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Okay, I guess I just watched my router like reset, but it came back super quick.
Yeah, I got the Skype red ring of death, slow internet connection, but I still can hear you and see you. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Cool.
Sweet. Tim Kelly from timscomputerfix.com. What's up, Tim?
Good, man. My Skype's good. No problems here.
You never have any problems. You're so with it before every show. You know how to set everything up properly. You don't mess with any settings before shows. It's perfect.
Boy, do I have the wool pulled over your eyes.
And we got joining us for the first time, Caleb Foltz from the dark.
Hey, sorry, it's dark.
It's okay. It's a good
I
effect.
can turn on some more lights if you want.
No, it's very Sith. It's very Sith Lord. I like it.
No,
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Very Caleb-like.
Very Caleb-like.
Well, thanks, Tim. What's that supposed to mean, man?
No, it's what I would expect from Seafolts.
Okay, I see.
Caleb is from ntelosdroid.com. It's the letter N, telosdroid.com. And he's also the creator of the Android App Addicts app in the Android market. So if you guys haven't downloaded that free app yet, go get it because there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't. What's up, Caleb?
Oh, not much, man. Just enjoying my day off. My only day off this week.
Yeah? So what do you do?
Yeah,
what do you do these days? You work for Ntelos, right?
Yeah, I work for Ntelos now. I'm actually a customer care representative. So, like, when you call in for customer care, I get to talk to you. I'm your first line when you call Ntelos 611.
Really? That sounds fun. You probably got a lot of
Congratulations on that, Caleb. I know you've been kind of hunting that job, too.
What is Ntelos?
Yes.
Tell us Ntelos Droid. Tell us what it is.
Ntelos Droid?
Yeah.
It's just a modding community basically built around the Ntelos Android phones. You know, I was on XDA for a while and I saw that there was no, real Ntelos community, base there. I mean, there was a couple guys on there, a couple people here and there, but I really felt that we needed our own website. So I decided to go ahead and purchase, ntelosdroid.com, start it up. I mean, I had 5 or 6 members. Dor and Tim were some of my first ones. And then after that, now I think we're up to 55 members, 65, something like that nowadays. So,
Sweet.
I mean, it's growing, but it's not, it's not growing as fast as Podnutz is, but, I try to keep up.
It's just an illusion. Let me, and I don't have Ntelos here unless I'm just not looking around. Is it a geographical?
No, it's a regional thing.
Okay.
It's like North Carolina doesn't get it above Virginia, like Virginia all the way out to Kentucky, all the way up to Ohio, and then the lower part of Pennsylvania down, and it's spotty through Pennsylvania, or what's that state? I guess it's Maryland. Sorry, Dor. But yeah, through Maryland, it's a little spotty, but
It's a forgettable state.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a forgettable state. It's just so tiny. But no, we are partnered with Sprint, so that's how we get our nationwide coverage. So if you are, wanting to join Ntelos, you can get on a plan that has Sprint coverage as well. So you can go all the way out to California, all the way down to Texas, all the way up to the Dakotas, back over to the East Coast, and you'd be covered.
You get 4G?
No, not yet, but
Okay.
it is coming.
Cool. That's good to know. Good to know. Dor, is Maryland actually even a state? I thought it was just like a...
Some people say it is.
I think it's like a... What do you call it? Province.
I say it's like a colony. It's not quite there yet.
They got some work to do.
It's like,
What, Caleb?
it's like Virginia. Virginia's not a state; it's a commonwealth, which I guess you could call a state. But
I'm a little... My geography terminology sucks. Hey,
it's all good.
We're gonna do round robin again today, guys. Meaning, and forevermore. Meaning, you give your app, and then we go on to the next guy, and we keep spinning around through us until we run out of stuff to talk about. So,
Round robin. Just call it spin the bottle.
all right, we'll just spin the bottle,
Okay.
and it landed on Dor. So let's go, starting with Dor.
Okay. First app. Some people might be getting sick of this, but if you don't have the Amazon app reminder,
Are you reminding us? Are you reminding us to get the
no.
reminder?
Yes, I am. But if you don't have it yet, you're already too late, because I got Plants vs. Zombies completely for free, and it's in the process of loading here. And I gotta say, I play with it once in a while on the computer, only every great now and then. I never really get past like the first 2 levels or something like that. But on the Android phone, I gotta say, my 5-year-old loves the game, and safe to say he got very far very quickly in the game. He doesn't understand what zombies are, and I'm okay with that. But I'll say he definitely had fun making the plants shoot at the zombies. He just keeps seeing the zombies and saying, "Ew, they're disgusting, Dad."
He definitely is your test subject, isn't he, for all of your endeavors here?
For anything I don't have the time to do, or I just, I'm just too busy, and he keeps saying, "Dad, Dad, 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 can I play with your phone, Dad, Dad?" Then yes, he is my test subject.
That's cool.
But
Plants vs. Zombies. I mean, you're taking us back a little bit. It's still, I honestly, I've never played the game.
It's actually pretty easy. All it basically is, it's like tower defense, but it's only one direction.
Gotcha.
Zombies trying to get into your house, you're guarding your house with plants of all things. But the diversity of plants you can use to attack and defend is really imaginative and cool.
Neat. Very cool, man.
Door, I still need to get into the Plants vs. Zombies free. So how about giving a shout out next time that happens? Because I would love to.
Well, all you need is the Android app reminder, and you're good as gold.
I know.
You keep reminding
said that
Door to
before.
remind you to get the reminder, Tim.
I know.
Just get the app, Tim.
Yeah, just get the app. You're right.
Yeah, just get it. Just get it, man.
You're right.
Caleb, can you make an app to remind Tim to get apps?
I can try. I mean, I don't know if it'll work though. So
Yeah,
I mean-
Caleb knows how I operate.
Call it the Tim Minder. I bet you we down.
Tim Minder. I like that. I might have to actually do that and put it on the store.
Hey, that sounds like something I definitely need.
Get 1 million downloads first day, I bet.
Seriously.
Go ahead, Tim. Why don't you go next? Then we'll do Caleb.
All right. With my killer new phone here, I just want to talk about starting off here, a couple of live wallpapers. One is called Starlight Live Wallpaper. And you're like, oh, cool. It looks like thunderstorm clouds. And you think, wow. It's like, you know what? No, not really here. Starlight clouds, if anybody ever plans on getting it, just kind of don't, because I don't know. The graphics are really cool on it, and it looks really good. But
Is that a girl's phone or is that yours?
that's exactly where I was going with it. But so with that said, I ran across another one. It's called Thunderstorm.
Okay.
So
The man's version?
this
Okay,
is
yeah, we can handle
a
that.
little cooler. So we got live rain, live clouds, lightning, dark backgrounds, vicious thunderstorm. Cool. So let me just set that as my wallpaper here and go to my main screen. You can see that, hey, that's a manly background.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. Lightning,
Yeah.
everything. Wow. I like
It's called
that.
Thunderstorm, man. It's free. And it's I guess it's so on battery life. I guess it depends on the phone, but yeah, I like it. So, Thunderstorm, go get it.
I like it too. That is a decent one, definitely.
Oh yeah, and by the way, it's got tons of settings, so you can change the rain. The rain can actually splash up on the screen. The lightning bolts can turn
Wow, look at that
reddish or orangish. There's all sorts of you can change how fast the clouds scroll by. It's a really cool live wallpaper, I thought.
Yeah, I think it is too. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'll just say I don't need it right now. All I got to do is open my front door.
I swear the Northeast is getting smashed, aren't they?
Dude, I can only wish this on where I'm at. You
Really?
just don't know how long it's been since there's rain here. It's like the Mojave Desert.
Damn.
Same here, man.
It could not rain for a month and I wouldn't know. I have no concept of weather. People like pay attention and base their lives around the weather. I just don't have any concept of it. So if it's raining, I feel like, oh damn, I'm getting wet, but I just don't remember anything about that. Go, Caleb. Why don't you go next?
All right. Well, my first app is called AppMonger. What it does is it basically shows your Google checkout sales. I think that's what Google calls it, Google Checkout. So it's great for app developers. One, like myself, that's how I see if I make sales or not. It shows a graphical, display of how much you've sold, how many in which country, how many per day, quarter, year, 2 years. Let me throw that link in the chat real quick.
Are you in the Justin chat or in the?
Yeah, I'm put it in the Justin chat, but I'll throw it in the other chat room too.
Cool.
But yeah, AppMonger. I mean, it is a paid app. I know the whole thing about the show is mostly free apps. I know there have been a couple paid apps.
No, there's no seriously, there's no rules. If it's a good app, bring it up, or even if it sucks, bring it up.
Well, I mean, then I'll bring up my apps later that I make, but but no, yeah, it should. I mean, if you look at the screenshots on, the marketplace itself, I would put my phone up, but my webcam would mess up.
No, I got it. We're posting it.
You can get widgets. I mean, it'll show you, how much you've sold, the units that you've sold, the net revenue. Some of them will show, like which country you've sold in. It has notifications, so when you make sales, you can share it on Facebook, so you can, if you have a bunch of developer friends like I do, you can kind of joke back and forth with each other, like, oh, look, I'm doing better than you this month. You're doing better than me this month. Okay, back and forth.
Caleb,
but
hey, that kind of links to Google Checkout. So explain to us exactly. I've never used Google Checkout, so how does that work?
Google Checkout, it's exactly like PayPal, pretty much. It's just you basically just put in your credit card information in Google. Then when you go to buy something, it has that Google Checkout, same thing, but it'll all come into this app. That's how the app works with the API. So it has like an API key that it has to have this really long, ridiculous, different case, 15 different numbers and letters in it. And then, you get that finally squared away and it's ready to go. But never ROM after you do this, because you can't save it no matter what you do. I tried it with Titanium Backup and it would not save my key, and I'm not sure why. But it's okay. I mean, it's not that bad to retype, but if you don't like retyping stuff, don't do it.
Okay.
I hate retyping. Tim, you've used Google Checkout every time you buy an app, I think, right?
Yeah.
Does that count?
That's what it is.
Or maybe you never bought an app. I don't know. Thought you did. I thought you did.
I bought apps, but no. I didn't know that. Well, I just started a business sense. I mean,
I've actually used it for when I first saw my laptop repair videos, and I don't think they've quite caught up to PayPal or gained the momentum yet. So, but it's Google. They're going to catch up eventually somehow.
Okay, so I get. So if you're a Google app developer.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only way you can sell stuff through.
I misunderstood you, dude. Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. I probably didn't explain it correctly, but
it's not bad. I probably didn't understand it correctly.
Yeah, it's Tim's bad.
We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But
you know what I like scrolling through these pictures of AppMonger and other things on the Google market? They changed the way they present screenshots on their site.
Thank God.
I thank God, because they had to find that little almost invisible X every time, and this is awesome, especially for doing podcasts, because look how fast I'm going through them. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah. All right, Dor, what else you got for us?
Okay, second app I honestly was so giddy about. One of the running gags I have two running like gag type apps I always come back to. Games, which of course I just went over, and sanity keepers as I call them. This is definitely a sanity keeper. The name of the app is Scribble, Scrieebl, and it's Scribble-like because it's the free version. There is a paid version. I'm not completely positive what the paid version does, and I don't care. The only thing I need on the phone is, well, I'll say my biggest gripe about having a smartphone is when I go to show it off to somebody, right? And they're looking at pictures or they're doing something, they're looking at a web page or something, and then the screen starts to dim on them. It's like they turn into, I don't know, but they're like, I don't know what to do. It just went dark. I don't know what to do. It just went dark. And they act like,
They
my
broke it?
grandfather with a VCR. Like the first time he saw a replay on TV, he literally said, "Damn it, they scored again!" Because he just didn't get it, and that's what it's like. They just don't get it. Well, Scrilib, man.
Oh, dude, you nailed it the first time. I was so proud.
I know. Well, what Scribble does, it does a couple things. The only thing I care about talking about is it has a axis sensor on it, okay? When the phone is laying down flat, sitting upright on its side, or sitting straight up on its end, the phone will allow itself to dim and go dark. But anytime the phone is at any other angle, which you can customize what the angles are, which ones are off, and go from 0 to 180, 0 to 180 both ways. And then if my phone is at any angle whatsoever, the screen will never dim, ever. So I can pull up anything I want on the phone, and when I hand it to somebody, they're always holding it like this or like this, and it will never go dim.
Nice.
Thusly, what I like about it is I can set my dim time to the shortest possible dim time ever. So then when I put my phone down flat, it turns right off, kind of thing.
Wow, major battery saver.
Yes, because that's the #1 killer, especially when you have a screen like me and you got, Steve. And I'll say it does have built-in what's called a motion sensor. So if the phone is moving, it will not turn off either. So if you like putting it in your car holder and not having to hit stay lit, or not having to go into stay lit when connected kind of thing, all you need is this app, because it will recognize the phone is moving, and with the GPS, it will recognize the phone is moving, and it won't go dark.
Really? So say you have your phone in your pocket and you're walking around. Will it go on? Will it go on?
Well, you people have one advantage that I don't have. You people can hit the power button on your phone and instantly turn the screen off. Mine, like I said last week, I got to take a screwdriver to it.
So that's why this app is real handy for you.
That's why it's handy. So literally, all I got to do is just set my phone down for a second, 10 seconds, whatever it is, and the screen will go dark.
I see.
So yes, I do find myself at a gas station going tint, 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 and then literally putting my phone on top of the car for a couple of seconds while I do the gas. Okay, it went dim, and then I can pick it up. But that's the price you got to pay when you throw your phone around, it seems.
Are you due for an upgrade soon?
14 months, I think.
Can you live without a power button that long? If anybody, you could. I know you can. You could figure
with
out something.
With apps like this and Quick Boot I mentioned last week, I honestly think I can.
Yeah, I think you can too.
Yeah, and I had like a little, also a little teeny applet. It's part of Widget Locker. I have an icon on my screen that just says lock screen. So I just click that, my screen instantly locks.
Damn. Well, you know what? You probably wouldn't use your power button anyway with all that stuff.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Well, that's the beauty of the Android freaking phones, man. There's always workarounds.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I had
go tell that to Apple.
Well, Apple, Windows Phone Series 7.5, whatever, and Palm Pre, all of them. You can't do anything on any of them. That's the way I look at it.
My brother, I was just talking to my brother before the show, and he's got an iPhone, Generation 1 iPhone. Not as a collector's item. That's what he uses. But he told me today on the phone, I'm looking at Android. They're coming out with some nice phones. I think I'll get an Android phone. I go, if you like your iPhone, I highly recommend buying another iPhone. I said, if you like to hack and, I don't know, they're becoming pretty damn good, not just for hacking, but I mean, if you like to hack and have full control, and I went through that whole spiel, Android is great. But if I would still, and I'll say this on an Android show, I don't care, I would still recommend, if people like their iPhones and they want to upgrade to another phone, like the new iPhone or whatever, and they really like their iPhones, I say they stick with their iPhone. If they complain that this thing has me locked in all these walled garden, I can't do whatever I want on this thing, I'm like, oh, you would love Android if they said that. But a lot of guys who love their iPhone, if they get rid of their iPhone, they're gonna go through iPhone withdrawal like I did. And unless they tune into a show like this or any other Android show, no, just this one, then they'll still have problems. Then they'll still have problems.
Well, yeah, I said the same thing the other night in TeamSpeak. It's like some people like Thai food, some people don't like Thai food. Some people like their iPhone, some people like their Android phone, and you're going to like what you like. I mean, if you want to, if you hear us talking about it and you want to try an Android, make sure your company has a 30-day return policy on it. Make sure, because you do not want to get upset.
Well, if you keep listening to us, if you listen to this show at all, you should get an Android phone. I think, even if you sought this show out and found it and wanted to hear an Android podcast, then get an Android phone, because you're already on the road to at least being inquisitive enough that you have that hacker mentality. You want to find something new technology. But
Steve, I want to go back on what you said originally about people with iPhones. If they feel like they're in a walled garden, they got to get out. The thing is with people, and this is just my opinion, who've always had an iPhone, they don't know what it's like to be outside of the box.
That's what I'm saying. Right. They're happy in the box. Yeah,
exactly. So they have no idea what it would be like. So. I think that's another aspect in which Android can really, just people need to give it a shot. Who've been stuck on Apple for so long. There's plenty of people that says, "No, I love my Apple. I love my Apple. I love my Apple."
I don't know.
But have you tried an Android? It's just like you used to say, "Do you own an Apple?" Well, have you tried an Android? Do you own an Android? Device. So, food for thought.
It really depends on the person. I'd love to agree with you, Tim. I wish that was like a sweeping statement, but there's so many people that aren't geeks that if they get a phone that's a geeky phone, they're gonna, and if they don't figure out the features on it, then they're not gonna like it. I don't think. I don't know.
Well, I always stick with the most vaguest argument of all. If you have to have a physical keyboard, go Android. If you have to have an ultra polished, controlled, essentially, experience, then you have to go iPhone.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. Good one.
And then if you work for a business, you have to get a BlackBerry.
Yeah, exactly.
Caleb, you better not bring that up as one of your apps. You better not bring a BlackBerry app to the show.
Oh, man. It's going to.
All right, well, we'll see what you have next, right after we talk with Tim about his next app.
Tim.
So this next app is part of the, quote, bloatware that comes with the Droid X2. I actually like it, and it's called Let's Golf 2. Now, anybody who's played golf on an Android phone probably says, come on. But I am telling you, I have had so much fun with this freaking app. It runs so good on this phone, and I don't know whether it's because it's this phone. It's got to be on this phone for a reason. But I will tell you, the graphics on this game, obviously, are excellent, and the gameplay is superb. If you've played games like Tiger Woods Golf, things like that, it's loading right now. But it gives you a very good gameplay experience. Let's Golf 2. And I'm trying to bring up a screen.
Is that from the makers of I think it's called Hot Shots Golf. Remember Hot Shots Golf? That was a great. Yeah.
It almost has the sound and the music.
Seriously, when you hit a button, I heard the Hot Shots Golf bling bling sound.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. Does it play like that?
And there's the graphics on it. It's giving you kind of a flyby of the.
Wow, it looks fantastic.
Fairway.
That's that Tegra 2, man.
Yeah. And I
hear the birdies.
Yeah, it really has great physics. Wind speed, backspin.
Damn, man, I love golf games. I love it.
Yeah. So let's see if I can just hit this real quick. Yeah. You just got to hit this one button here. Let's see what happens. So we'll just swing it up, hit it, and then I'll probably slice it. Yeah, I did terrible. But I have to say, I've played it, and it's very good, very good. And like I said, people are calling it bloatware for the Droid X2, and it's a good game.
I think
gotta recommend it.
It looks great.
Gotta recommend it. Yep.
Good app. Yeah, we know. I don't know about games. A good game comes on your machine. That's almost like a bonus more than bloatware, don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yes.
people are calling it that. They're calling it that. All right. Timster wants to show us his second shot, which he also bombed on.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb, what do you got for us?
All right. Working at Intellos, I've actually come to experience a lot of people calling in with lost phones. I mean, it's a thing. Like, you lose your phone every now and then. Sure. I mean, that's understandable. But what happens if you lose your phone and you can't find it, and you don't know where it is? Like, you leave it on a bus, you leave it in a taxi, whatever, wherever you live, you leave it wherever. And you don't have an app on it to find it. Well, you can't call, your company to see, can you track my phone? Because, we're not allowed to do that legally. And, we can't do it anyways. So what do? You dish out another $500 for a phone if you didn't have insurance on it. So, instead of doing that, why not spend a little bit of money on SeekDroid? Let me go ahead and get this link in the chat. Sorry. But yeah, SeekDroid basically can show you where the phone is on Google Maps, built in on SeekDroid.com. You can lock the phone. You can look at the recent call log. You can wipe the SD card, wipe the phone itself. So, I mean, like if you have important stuff on the phone itself, you can wipe it completely clean. So where if, for me, let's say I was testing an app that I hadn't released yet, I could go ahead and wipe it out with the push of a button. And then, of course, you can lock and unlock the phone. And like I said, find it GPS style. Like it'll tell you right where it's at, where it's located.
Wow, we got we're like talking Street View, Google Maps with the little red marker. Perfect. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's a nice app. I mean, I've recommended it to a few people this past week who found they'll call back and saying they found their phones, and I will recommend it to them so where they can, if they do lose it again, then they can find it a lot easier than,
For $1, can't go wrong with that.
I mean, it's $1, and I mean, it's added insurance onto your phone. I mean, why not? You pay for insurance on your phone if you lose it. It's $100 deductible for some of these. I mean, some of the smartphones, I mean, they're expensive phones.
Yep.
So some, companies charge $100 to, get you a new one. Why not spend $1 now and then, prepare for the future just in case you lose that phone, you can find it.
Cool.
This is true.
Well, hey, Caleb, you know Steve C's take on that, right?
I have a better method.
Never lose your phone.
What? Well, go ahead, Caleb. Tell him. Go ahead. Tell him.
Never lose your phone.
Exactly.
Just keep up with it. Man, I've been listening since episode 1 now. Come on. I had an iPhone back then, but I was listening.
That's okay, because I knew Timster was going to bring that up.
Yep.
And I just have to say, it is only 99 cents. One, that's golden. Two, I think it has the best artwork, like advertising app of any app I've seen.
Like James Bond droid.
Yeah, it's cool.
And that was in the recent update. I mean, it wasn't even like that before. It recently looked like that.
Oh, really? I bet you they sell twice as much with that thing. That's awesome.
And when you go to the SeekDroid.com website, it actually comes up and says agent, sign in here. It doesn't say, user, it says agent.
Really?
It's like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a good idea. It makes it because everybody wants to be a secret agent.
Out of all the lose your phone apps, man, I think that's got to be the best.
Well, yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying to stalk anybody with it, but let's say, you needed to know where your kid was. Like, Tim, I remember you brought up an app one time that would, they could, I can't remember how the app went, but they could actually just hit a button and it would text them text the, parents a GPS location. I mean, with this app, you can install it to your child's phone, hide it because you can go on their website and actually hide it out so where the app icon isn't there. And then let's say, you call them and they're lying to you and they are, they're not supposed to be where they, say they're supposed to be. You can find out where they are and drive right by and say, hey, I see you, something like that. I know my mom would do that.
Yep. Perfect door for the future of Door Geek.
There you go. Yeah, I got to say, golden price, and this site is more professional than sites I've seen that charge more for this same service.
For 99 cents.
Because I've looked at least 8 or 10 of them, and half of them look janky and charge more, and then the other half look very professional and charge a lot more.
Yeah, I would probably charge more if I was these guys, but I would probably pay $6.99 for something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean the 99-cent price tag is it's a steal like it is right now. So I mean, why not get it? and you don't have to have root completely. You can have it on a stock phone. So I mean, it's not like it's root only, because some apps like that, you have to have root, or certain features won't work. This phone, it actually, when you go to log in with it, it says Google security. You actually have to verify with the Google App Engine that you can use it, that it'll allow it to find its GPS navigation and everything like that. I mean, it's that secure. Like you can't get hacked with this app unless they for some reason know your credentials, which then you will get hacked. But.
Very cool. A great one. Plus,
thank you.
I mean, they have the Amazon App Store link up there. I bet you that becomes a free app one day. We'll see.
Oh, it will.
Yeah.
I think it was actually. It might have been. I don't know.
Oh, really? Probably was.
I don't know. Don't hold me to that. But
awesome. Okay, Dor, back to you.
Okay. I'm going to preface this with this app is a touch creepy.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We expect nothing less.
I know.
Well,
I believe this is a paid app, but I might have got it for free. It's called Recall Rover. REQALL space Rover.
That's a bad name to start anyway.
I know. But I got to say, the first thing it does when you log in, it asks you to enter as many credentials as you're comfortable with entering, kind of thing. Amongst them, they are your Google credentials. They'll only let you enter one Google credential, by the way. I have 4 or 5 on this phone. Google Calendar credentials, so you could have separate ones. Facebook credentials, and then Recall credentials. It basically also knows a little bit more stuff about you, I'll say.
Yes, creepy was a correct word so far.
Yes. Well, it knows your location, so it can tell you weather. It can tell you if there's any traffic incidents nearby. It can tell you what are the trending topics on Twitter for your area. It can tell you deals like Groupon type deals, but it's some other third-party service.
Right.
And what really, that's not the creepy. That's not the creepy. Are you ready for the creepy?
Yes.
Yes, throw it on a store.
Okay. Without me doing anything, 3 times a day, 8:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7:30 p.m., I'm sitting there listening to podcast, and then all of a sudden I hear this.
Good evening. Today's weather forecast, cloudy, with a high of 91. It's currently 90. Your closest deal is from Deal Map. Kramer and Norani Orthodontics, $271 off, 2.6 miles. Top-rated orthodontics in Baltimore, $29. The smile you always wanted with an orthodontic exam. Consultation, pictures and x-rays, $300 value. Your calendar for the next 24 hours has one meeting at today at 9 p.m. Android App Addicts. You have received 31 emails in the last 24 hours, with about 5 action items. A couple of recent items: Tracy Holes Road. You need Nick Cars. Mitch Heyman Road. Can I use Office Program Suite in Ubuntu Linux?
You need new what? He said.
He asked, "Can you use Ubuntu Linux? Can you use Microsoft Office in Linux?" And it also will, and that was only about half of it. It keeps going.
Oh, really?
And it goes through Facebook, and it says what the last couple people said, who are people that I interact with, not just people I'm friends with.
That does it automatically. Like, even if you're not around, that thing just starts talking.
Just starts talking. And if there's an accident within a certain amount of miles, I don't know what it is, on a major street that I'm around, it will tell me.
Wow. It'll just speak up.
Yeah. And I thought I was crazy. I put a thing out there and asked if anybody wanted invites, and then 2 people responded on Twitter, and I told them, look, I must have been hallucinating, because now I can't find the invite thing. Well, now I found the invite thing, so I'm going to hook you guys up as soon as this show's over.
I don't want to invite to that creepy thing. That's like, did you ever see Eagle Eye? That's what that reminds me of.
Exactly. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Well, I mean, at least you know.
I'm
you
just
can,
kidding. I was kidding. I could see that it has value to.
Can you change the voice?
Those
I
not
mean, can
easy-
you like change it to like the TeamSpeak lady or something?
She's more creepy, dude.
You mean Mary? Well,
Oh.
it's just the
The
built-in
shoe
voice
fits.
in Android. You can download alternative voices if you want.
Yeah.
You know what they should? Have they done that yet? Like where you could download celebrities do like They have. I think. What's that crazy guy's name? Hopper or something like that. That guy's
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. Didn't he do like a GPS or something like that?
Yeah,
He does
didn't he pass
dark-
away too?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I think he still did before he did that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Tom-
I was like, geez, Steve, make fun of him. That crazy guy.
I'm pretty sure it's Tom. You can get Dennis Hopper, Christopher Walken, Mr. T, Darth Vader, George Carlin, I think it is.
Okay, good. I knew that. I could have sworn I heard of that. Yeah, they should do that for like the Google voice lady. I mean, they should definitely do celebrities. I mean,
I would pay
yeah.
for Mr. T on my phone.
seriously, I think it's a huge thing. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know how, could you imagine like kids like getting like Justin Bieber, telling them what to do and stuff and telling them the weather?
Please.
That'd be a lot of money, dude.
Do not
Lots
be,
of money.
do not be. No.
Oh, man.
Anything but Bieber, okay?
I didn't mean to completely derail the show and lose any credibility. I'm not going to download it, but kids might.
Well, hey.
It's for the kids.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
But why would kids be driving? I mean, for turn-by-turn navigation, why would they need Bieber?
Well,
No, not.
that's
I'm talking about like for that app.
Oh,
that-
just in general.
Yeah, just in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, my bad. I missed that part because all I heard was Bieber, and I just, went insane.
Yeah.
You must
I
like
can't stand
him.
that
You
kid.
must like him.
No,
though.
I can't stand that kid. Oh my god.
All right. I lost track now. Who are we up to? Tim again?
You're up to Tim, yeah.
Tim, you got another one or no?
Yeah. Hey, I was just wondering, Steve. You were talking to me about a keyboard app for my new phone here
Yes.
that you loved.
Love.
I was thinking about doing that, but honestly, I don't know if it has a feature that my Droid X2 has. And just one
You're
second.
in love with that thing, man. It's like you should marry it.
Yeah, no, shouldn't marry it. Just I don't think my wife would like that.
It's not legal.
Right.
she might like it a
But
lot.
look here, just real quick.
Go ahead.
This is a feature that comes with the Droid X2,
Yes.
and so I just got a note. Well, let me see. I don't know which way I should turn this. This is like a notepad app. And you bring up your keyboard.
Right.
Oops, I flipped it around. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, and then so you're typing something, right?
Right.
And but say you messed up, right?
Right.
So you want to go back. So I'm seeing if I could do this. Oh, dang it. See if I could do this. I'm doing it backwards, so
Right.
please bear with me here. No. Yeah. Hold on.
Where it brings up the little cursor like the
No,
iPhone
not
does.
the cursor, Steve. Well, where just say you misspell something, right? And you want to go back and change it. I don't know. Can you?
I know what you're talking about. Like
Yeah,
this
hold on.
Like a little magnifying
suggested
glass.
list.
No. Hang on. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Is it
Hold
like
on.
lingerie football?
There. You see how it
Lingerie
magnifies
Yes.
the words and lets you kind of go back
Yes.
and edit them and put in things.
Oh yeah,
text.
yeah.
That's
So,
very.
yeah.
First of all, it's very iPhone-esque because that's what
Yes.
they do. And
Okay, well-
second of all, is that the keyboard that does that, or is that another feature of the phone? Because
I'm
if,
not sure.
if it's a keyboard that
sure,
does,
but-
yeah, but that doesn't happen on my phone. So if it is the keyboard, no, Better Keyboard does not do that. But that is a good feature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to point out that the Droid X2 comes with.
Yeah.
Now, whatever phone it comes with, I don't know. When it comes with the iPhone, I don't freaking know because I don't ever freaking own an iPhone. But I'm just letting you know that feature comes with the Droid X2.
That's a good feature. I actually like
Yeah.
that better than the way the iPhone does it because it makes a
So-
bigger magnifying glass.
So, Steve, in your opinion, if I download another keyboard app, that feature wouldn't go away?
I know what I would definitely try it. I might not because I've seen that feature
I don't know.
on somebody's phone, and I don't know if it was because of their keyboard or not, but I did see that feature.
I know I have two, but it isn't on either of my keyboards I have active right now.
Tim, so you try it since your phone. Your phone already does that, and you could go back. Try it. You still might like
Okay.
Better Keyboard better.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll
it
do
is
that.
better. It is better keyboard.
It is, after
I
all.
just didn't want, to, basically I just wanted to let everybody know that that feature comes with the Jordex too. I thought
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a cool feature. Awesome.
I say it's rubbing it in.
no.
All right, Caleb, what do you got?
I got some shameless self-promotion here.
Go for it. That's what we're here
Let's see.
for.
Yeah, exactly, right. Well, there's my app that I made. This is actually, one of my first major, I've been working on this app honestly since about Christmas, and I know it's not the best app on earth. It's not pretty. It's not graphical. It's very ugly, to say the very least. But you know
Dude,
what?
just-
I completely wrote this without any help from any websites, without any books. After I read that book, I think I put it in the chat. It's called Hello Android. I'm pretty sure that's the book title. But anyways, yeah, if you get that book from Amazon, podnutz.com/Amazon, then you can learn how to code. It teaches you how to do a Sudoku app.
What book?
And from
what book?
there, I think it's called Hello Android. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
Hello Android.
I mean, I'll have to find out, and I'll send it to you for the show notes, and we can put it in there. But
But your
if
app is
not,
called what?
it's called Scatterjoid. Sorry, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. It was my fault. But yeah, Scatterjoid. I got the link in the chat, Justin chat. Basically, I'm sure everybody, when they were little, played a game called Scattergories. I think I've put this on an email to you, Steve, one time before, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, this is the app. I just recently added a timer. It's only got 2 reviews on it. So you guys, I just made it free tonight. So it's in the process of being free for the Android App Addicts, because I was on here, so I was like, I'm going to make it free so people can download it and try it. But it's like a roller app. I went over to a Christmas party, and one of my friends is an iPhone developer, and he made a Scattergories roller, and I was like, that's really cool. And I was like, I really want to do that. This is about 2 or 3 months after I'd really started developing.
You mean instead of using the
apps.
big 24-sided die, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Instead of using that big die, yeah, you can actually just hit the little roll button on the bottom, and some of the screens work better than others. I'm not going to sit here and say that all the phones that it is capable of using, or excuse me, that's capable of using my app are the best, graphically looking on there, because I'm working on that right now. I'm actually going to put out a huge update for it, so keep watching for that. But basically, if you need categories, I have a couple random categories to start off with in there. It's a roller, everything like that. But other than that, I mean, it's just a good app for, keeping the kids quiet on the way to, Ocean City or wherever you're going, for vacation.
Why? Because you make them pick a number and try to guess it or something?
Yeah, you pick a letter and you say, you pick a letter, and then how Scattergories works is it's 12 words or 12 phrases or something like that. So it'd be like, a musician, and let's say the letter was O. So, you'd say, whatever musician starts with O. And then you would go down and say, things you'd find in a store.
Roy Orbison.
Whatever starts with O. There you go.
Olives.
You go, olives, exactly. You see, you guys are getting it. So there you go. Reason to buy, or not buy, excuse me, free app tonight.
How long is it going to be
say-
free? How long is it going to be free? Because it takes me a week to release this. How long?
It'll be free until the end. I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah.
Since I'm on tonight, I'll go ahead and leave it till August. How about that?
Serious?
1st of August.
Wow.
Yes, 1st of August. And it'll be free, and I'll put out that huge update. And as soon as that huge update's there, as long as you download it before August 1st, you get it for free. No problem. No skin off my back. Y'all guys, I mean,
Wow.
y'all are my family, y'all are the
Sweet.
community.
Hey, man,
So-
that's really awesome of you. Thanks. Dor,
Yeah,
make
no
sure you
problem.
remind Tim to get this, all right?
Yeah, please
And I'll
do.
make, I'll
my
make the
best.
Tim Minder. Don't forget.
Because
That's the
tomorrow,
next app is the Tim
I'll
Minder.
totally
The
forget
Tim-
this whole thing
Okay.
ever happened.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Cool.
Hey.
I love that. Thanks for giving it
Thank
away
you.
like that. You sure you want to let it go that
No
long?
problem.
You sure?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Dude, I'm fine.
All
I
right.
mean,
Okay.
I'm coming out with some other apps. I got a friend now actually that I met at Intellos, and yeah, he's an app developer as well. He's more of a I think he said he's more of a Java, like for the internet Java, kind of like Minecraft. But he said, if I can port that over to Android, we could do it together. And I was like, yeah, I'll be more than happy to. So if you guys keep watching, we're going to start releasing, more and more apps like that.
Awesome.
So,
Very cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
were you a programmer before this, or did you just get into app programming separate?
I was a web developer more or less. You know, like when I was 11 years old, my uncle had the book, you know, HTML4 for Dummies.
Yeah.
And I got that book. I opened it up and it had I can't remember what the HTML editor was. I think it was called HomeSite or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I lived HomeSite for like, you know, 4 or 5 years. And then I went to school at Valley Vocational Technical Center where Doc Brown, you know, Larry, you know, he taught me. He was my teacher. And I started getting more into computers and more seeing, you know, how batch files and everything works like that. And that's basically programming in itself. You know, you program, you know, stuff like that. You know, after I get out of school, get into Linux, thanks to Dora and you know, y'all's podcast, got into Linux really hardcore. And I've been making, you know, a couple script files and everything like that. And then as soon as I got my Android phone, thanks to this show, and I was like, you know, I was just in love with it. And I wanted to build apps because, you know, I went into the market and I was like, there's not the app that I want. I don't see a categories app. And I was like, I want that app. So, and I was like, you know what? I want to make that app.
Nice, dude. I love that freaking initiative. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. Best thing to do is to scratch your own itch kind of thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I really wish I could find somebody that would pay me to write Android apps because I think I would really heavily enjoy it, but I'm too busy at work doing research.
What a vague statement.
Caleb, you you know, you developed the Android App Addicts app. Do you still support that?
Yes, I do. Here's the problem. Y'all are going to hate me when I say this. Every time that a developer makes an app, we have to make a key. Basically, it's like a signing. It's how we sign the apps to make sure that they are valid to put into the market. Dora knows a lot about that. I lost the key. Yes, actually, I didn't lose it. It's corrupted. I don't know how it got corrupted, but it actually got corrupted. So what I'm going to do is I still have the code itself, but I want to go ahead and release it under a new app because I can't update that app anymore. So what's going to happen is that app's actually going to come out. So I'm sorry for everybody who started downloading it tonight. I saw a couple people in the chat saying, hey, I want to download it right now. I didn't know. But yeah, if you guys, you know, give it about, I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks, you know, my work schedule's getting a little bit hectic, a little bit busy, but hey, I'm loving it. But other than that, you know, 3 weeks, I'll have another one up and then we'll start updating it more and more and more. And, you know, if Steve wants to open up a forum, you know, in the podnutz community where we can talk about coding specifically, you know, I'd be more than happy to, you know, help out with that. But I'm just throwing that out there, you know.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll definitely, we'll see what the folks want to do. And yeah, do what you can for the app. I mean, it's whatever you do is a bonus for us. So I mean, it's just
dude,
like
any developers for Podnutz? Oh, please.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. What are you gonna call it? Like Android App Addicts, the sequel or something like that?
The sequel? No, Legends of Yore EA. You know, you know, rename it like he does. You know, I mean, I love that app. By the way, that's a good app, Door. I downloaded that yesterday.
You got him started. Now we're never gonna hear the end of it. You got Door started on Legends of Yore.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said it.
I just the other day I finally got past level 50, which means if you don't pay for the app, you can go up to level 50. I literally played it for over 3 weeks until I got up to level 50. You can get everything out of the game as a paid person for weeks before you can decide whether or not you want to buy, and you can still play when you reach that level. You just don't get the extra stuff at the end. I can now go up to the most toughest SOB on the game and just pound them into the sand. The guy's still doing 2 updates a day, and today he asked me if I wanted to mod his forums.
Nice.
Because obviously I'm in the forums eating during working hours.
Door, we better not start missing you. If you start like spending all your time at Legends of Yore, unless you're like working there.
Well, you know, I told you before the show I had to go upstairs and turn off the AC and stuff. No, I just wanted to get a couple more minutes.
I believe that. All right, Door, do you have any more apps?
Yes, and it's really a cheater. I'm really cheating, but I don't care. This is a combo app. You need 2 parts for it, and the only reason I mention it is because I really did find it really useful. You can do the print to cloud gimmick thing. Well, sometimes I don't want stuff printed, but I really want it saved for offline viewing. What I found was the combination of the Dolphin Browser HD in conjunction with a app, or actually a browser plugin called Web2 PDF. And what it allows you to do is right on the side of the screen where like the browser toolbar would be, there's just a little link, and when you're on a page you like, you just click that and it will save that page as an outputted PDF, and you put the like PDF on your computer or whatever, and it looks perfect. It looks just like you went into your browser and printed it as a PDF, you know.
Dolphin. Do you like the Dolphin browser?
Here's how I roll. The default browser I use for just quick things, or when I know it's going to go to a YouTube video. Okay. My Dolphin browser is my door-to-door geek account and my personal person account. Then I have Skyfire. That's my alter ego account, like Linux basics and stuff like that. So that's why I have multiple browsers. So I know when I open an email to Door Geek and it's going to Twitter, I click the link. I purposely don't check the box that says always open, and then I hit Dolphin. And then if I get some spam that says, hey, I made this funny video last night, I click the link and I hit browser because I want to see if I can get this thing infected.
I'm kind of following you on that.
It's basically like having different profiles. Like at home, Firefox is for you, Chrome is for your wife.
I got you. Okay.
Hey,
it's like that, except I have multiple things going on in my head.
Hey, if you ever got your Android phone infected, would you tell us about it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would record it. I would image the device, and I would put it on doorgeek.com.
Very good.
Awesome.
Well stated.
Because I actually thought I was getting it infected one time, a long time ago, but it was that typical, your computer's infected with the little progress bar that went across and it said, we found 300 viruses, and then it popped up and said save as, and it was a Windows XE.
I'm telling you, I thought my original Droid was infected, like somebody was taking over my phone, because phone calls were being made out of nowhere. Things were getting clicked, randomly.
Tim, who was saying that theirs did the same thing, their Droid 1? Were they telling me and you, or just me? Because I remember somebody telling me recently.
I don't know. All I know is I told you. I haven't heard anybody comment on that. But
somebody else said it was happening to them. It might have been Liam.
Really?
Check it out. Yeah.
Wow, man. It was just, it's insane. If it ever happens to you, it'll pretty much freak you out. I mean, you literally think somebody's like taking over your phone.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah,
I think they mentioned that on the Android Central podcast.
Really? About Droid 1?
Yeah. Well, they said something about. Well, I actually had a gentleman call in the other day whose slider wasn't working on his phone like Tim's wasn't. He has an LG Axis, which is it's a nice little phone. I mean, it has a full QWERTY keyboard, everything like that. But he tried to slide it, and he couldn't get it to slide, and he was getting frustrated with it. And I'm not trying to be mean to you, Tim, but did you try wiping the screen off?
Did I try to? Yeah.
Because like that's all he had to do was he actually had to wipe the screen off.
No,
and it went through. Yeah, I mean, and it was just the screen had a smudge on it somewhere, and it finally just slid right across, and he was happy as could be. I mean, he just turned into a happy customer. He was like, yes, he loved his phone.
Timster, do you use a screen protector at all?
No.
Okay, because if you said yes, I would have said maybe you need to take it off. And since you said no, I'd say maybe you need a screen protector.
I remember Tim said he cleaned it. He cleaned it.
Dude, I'm telling you, you guys just don't know. I lived with it like that for over almost 4 months. Well, and also it got worse over time. And the whole thing about it was it's just totally insane. If you live with it, your phone like that, know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then we have a Tim.
I think it was the digitizer going bad in my phone. I really do.
That was actually your second Droid. Remember, your first one wouldn't play YouTube videos, and it was a hardware issue, if I'm not mistaken.
That was my third Droid. Well,
damn. So what'd you do? You went and bought Motorola again.
Yeah, man, but you know what?
I know you got it. You like
we're
that.
Not here to bash Android, man. We're here to hail it.
All right.
Well, we're hailing Android. We're just the phone manufacturers.
Well,
Yeah, I
you know
don't
what?
know.
We can't rain on your parade, Tim. You have too many nice things to say about that phone, and it hasn't broken yet.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week about it. It'll probably break. It'll
Jordan
probably
1,
break by
I
then.
mean, it let me down after a year and a half of heavy use, hard use. I've dropped it a few times.
Oh, you didn't tell us that.
So, yeah, I dropped it
Okay.
3 times, twice in one day actually.
Man.
All right. Tim, are we up to Tim? Any more apps, Tim?
No, I don't have any more apps.
Okay,
I sure don't.
That's all right. That's all right. We're going to wrap up soon. Caleb, any apps?
I just have one thing real quick.
Yeah.
I remember when you guys gave him hell about it. That launcher episode where he went over like 1.5 million launchers in like 2 minutes. I think he actually missed this one. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. It's called Launcher Pro. I'm not sure if Door said that, but there's a link. I put it in the chat for you.
I don't know because I ran out of hard drive space on that episode when I was recording.
I think I remember that episode actually got cut off short in the recording, just about like a couple minutes. But no, that launcher right there, it has the best widgets of any launcher. I mean, I know Door likes Zeem, and I know a lot of people use ADW, but Launcher Pro is probably one of my favorite launchers, just for the sheer I'm pretty much a social media nut. I mean, I stay up with Twitter, Facebook, pretty much anything that you can think of socially. I try to stay in it because that's where I get all my news. I get to know what phones are coming out, what updates are coming out, everything like that before they happen. So, I mean, Launcher Pro does that for me. And when I have a couple ROMs that I've built, and that's the stock launcher on it. I took ADW out and I put Launcher Pro in. That's how much I like it. And I mean, I put the free version in. I hope, they're not listening and they're going to get mad and come yell at me or anything. But I mean, it's a great little launcher. You should try it out. I mean, there is a paid version of it. You do get all the widgets with it after you pay for it. But I mean, here, I'll just hold my phone up here real quick. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have the Android Central podcast background. I apologize, Steve. But as you see, I'm listening to Android App Addicts on my dog catcher. I don't know if you can really see that or not.
It looks like your lightsaber.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber because it's a Sith layer, right? Yeah.
I like Android Central too. That's a good show.
Yeah, they are really. I mean, Phil and all of them are really good guys. I mean, they listen to their emailers just like Steve, you do, and I mean, that's what I like about certain podcasts. I'm very picky about my podcasts. Podnutz, I've never had a problem with. Any show you do is really good. Other than that, any other podcasts I try to stick away from. Crackberry.com, which is pretty much the Android Central. All of them are together in a network as well. I mean, all of them are really well put together. So I mean, if you guys are looking for another one, crackberry.com. That's for us BlackBerry users Android users with the Blackberries, that we have to have. Right. But yeah, Android Central. Seriously, I mean, I think what was the other one that
Door brought up? Android Buffet.
Buffet, yeah, Android Buffet, yeah. I mean, Android Central is more aimed towards phones. A lot of new devices and everything like that. They will go over millions of stuff. They actually just got back from Google I/O recently. I mean, it was just 2 weeks ago, but they just got back and they were actually doing live shows in their hotel room that night. Yeah, I mean, they were telling us, about Google TV and everything like that. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't be, singing their praises. No,
it's true. They're really good. See, they go to the conferences and stuff like that. Like, I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about, but those guys, they really know their stuff and they're into it. And I think isn't that like what they do? That's like full-time gig, right?
Yeah, that's their full-time blogging, full-time, podcast. I mean, they actually get paid by Verizon and, Sprint and other carriers to, test their devices, which I want to do. So, hey, if anybody's listening, hit me up. I'll definitely, test your devices before they come out.
Just two super quickies. The Launcher Pro, what I'm really holding out for is the developers doing a complete rewrite where supposedly it's going to be much, much lighter. And that's when I'm going to get giddy. I ain't going to lie. Android Central, if you want to know about hardware, that's the podcast to listen to.
Yes.
In my humble opinion, if you want to know about apps, we are the place to listen to.
Yes, exactly. That's why I have both of y'all on my dog catcher.
It is true. It's a different type of show. Mm-hmm.
Very much is.
All right, let me do some emails here. This one's from Hamrad. You guys remember Hamrad? Where's he been?
Oh, yeah.
Where has he been? He's actually going to be here for the podcasting seminar. He's going to be helping me out, me and Lalo. He's going to be live in studio. We're going to have multiple camera views. All right, Tom says, I don't know if you're already aware of it, but I ran across something interesting on Amazon with regards to Android apps. Many of the apps on Amazon can be run from your PC while on their webpage. They give you 30 minutes to run each app before the app exits. Pretty valuable feature. Some of the apps work better on their website than they do on your phone. Well, this is old information, he says. Never mind. Hey, I told him it's new information for me. I didn't know you could run the apps from the site. Did you guys know that?
Yeah,
you did. I told you a couple times last week. I said it again.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It isn't.
Yeah.
You told me a couple times.
Dor mentioned that.
Oh, I gotta edit that out. I'm editing that out.
Bash on me.
You don't edit nothing.
I'm editing it out.
You don't edit nothing.
When it affects me, I do.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
That's a true podcaster for you.
I'm just kidding. Nothing will be edited.
It isn't a lot of the apps, and I will say he is right. For some of the apps, it runs perfect, smooth, great, and it really can let you know. It seems like it's mostly paid apps, so you can literally get a good feel for them through virtualization in your browser. It basically takes that 15-minute time limit and sticks it where you now can play with it as much as you want, kind of thing, because you can just relaunch it.
The only thing is you would expect it to run on your phone as it ran in your browser. So, let's hope that's always the case.
Yeah. Well, with 400 apps on this thing, not much runs perfect.
True.
Yeah.
This next one is from Jerry. I think I read this one last week about that app Texty. Anybody sign up for that and get that yet? I think.
Yeah.
How is that?
I use it.
Do you like it?
It's really nice. Yeah. I mean, and just if you're an Intellos user, it does work because a lot of people, don't think, you see on Facebook that, it has Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, everybody else is on there and Intellos isn't there. It does work. So, I mean, I even told that to the developer and I think he's putting it on the, list of carriers that it, accepts.
What's this?
It's called Texty. I'm talking about the right app, aren't I, Steve? Where it goes on, you can text on your computer.
Right. Yeah, Dor, I talked about this I talked about this a couple times, Dor, last week. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
No, Dor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Nexty.
Nexty. Yeah. Yeah, Nexty.
Well, it looks like Jerry just put the license, their terms of service agreement. It says you may not do any of the following while accessing or using the services, access or search or attempt to access this or search the services by any means other than through our currently. I don't know why he put that. Anyway, he probably does more than me, and I'm missing something. Anyway, thanks for recommending Texty, Jerry. Thank you for the email.
Yeah.
That's it, guys, for emails. If you want to send us more emails, send them to mail@podnutz.com. We'll play them on the show, or we'll read them on the show. If you want to send us a voicemail, call 707-6-PODNUT. We haven't gotten some voicemails for a while, so send us a voicemail, 707-6-PODNUT. We'll play that on the show as well. Any closing remarks, starting with Dor?
Yeah, I just found out last night a coworker of mine got a Asus transformer. So as soon as I'm done beating the crap out of them, I'll let you guys know what I think of it.
Was it Autobot or Decepticon?
It's I can't think of any of their names. B-Box. It's B-Box.
Okay.
Because it transforms. From everything I'm reading, hearing, and seeing, best by far bang for the buck Android tablet device.
What's the price on it?
$399 for just the device.
Damn, that's awesome.
Nice.
Okay, Tim, how about you? Oh wait, Dor, where can people find you?
They can just go to doordorgeek.com, and I just gotta say, everybody needs to check out all the shows on Podnutz, Podnutz Roundtable, Podnutz Pro, Podnutz Daily, Android App Addicts, Linux for the rest of us, the whole kit and caboodle. Good stuff.
Cool.
Yes.
And I would like to say go to doordorgeek.com. So take that, Dor. Tim, what would you like to say?
Tegra 2 chip rocks, man. Droid X2, so far, I don't have any complaints about. I think it's great. You can email me at timster@podnutz.com. I'm at Twitter at timster_.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you. Caleb, how about you?
Just, if you guys have any app ideas, please, feel free to send them to me, calebfoltz@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to look over them. I mean, Doc Brown sent me one the other day. I'm starting to look into it. I guess, if you guys want to find me, you can go on twitter.com/cfoltz, facebook.com/cfoltz, and telestroid.com. I mean,
the list goes on.
Yeah, the list goes on. I mean, if you get to Twitter, you'll probably find out a lot of my other places. I'm on Tumblr. I'm on, I have about 15 different websites.
Damn.
So, yeah. I'm on the podnutz forums too. So
there you go. Well, thanks for what you do and for creating the Android App Addicts app and for giving us the Categories app for free.
Hey, not a problem. I hope y'all enjoy it. I really do.
Yeah. Yes, Tim?
No, I agree totally.
Oh.
Caleb's everywhere.
Yeah, I try to be. I try to be.
Is it omnipresent or omnipotent, or both?
Omnipresent.
Omnipotent, I think means like non-forgiving.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I failed some.
I know omnipresent means forever. Everywhere.
Well, that
once.
one. Caleb is that one then.
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna be it for Android App Addicts for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching and listening and downloading and streaming. Whatever you're doing, we'll see you next time.